They don't ask how. They ask how many. And the Toronto Maple Leafs, man, I don't remember the last time we had an actually, convincing win. Because it doesn't feel like it's happened recently. But you know what? Who cares? The Leafs keep on winning games. They win this one 3-2 yet again against the Philadelphia Flyers in the second game of the home and home. Obviously played them on, on Saturday night? Did they play Philly at home? No, Sunday, in the second night of a back-to-back. They played Philly at home on Sunday, won 3-2 in overtime thanks to Morgan Rielly. And tonight, they traveled on their mentors trip to Philly to take on the Flyers again. And they went 3-2, but this time in regulation time. And the Leafs continue to win. That is 5 straight games. They are 4-0 in 2025. And with the win, the Leafs are now, 27-13-2 on the season. And are now 6 points up on the Florida Panthers for the first spot in the Atlantic Division. And I believe are now tied with the Washington Capitals for the best record in the Eastern Conference. Crazy stuff going on for this Leaf team. Let's break this puppy down. In the first, let's be honest, it wasn't a pretty freaking contest. You had 17 shots on goal, period. You got outshot 32-17. You didn't play the greatest. Honestly, it was 2-2 in the third, and I'm like, man, this team looks awful. They can't connect the pass. They were looking all over the place. They, losing their coverage. They were passing into an open side, and there's no one there. And I'm like, okay, what's going on here, fellas? This is really looking ugly. But good teams find ways to win. And I will say this, because they got very lucky near the end. You have to be good to be lucky, and you have to be lucky to be good. It's just the way sports are. And the Leafs, like I mentioned, have now won 5 straight. So, in the first period, 8 minutes in, Travis Konecny fires one off the stick of Ryan Reeves. And you thought Ryan Reeves was going to be fighting somebody, right? Because you heard the comments before the game, and you're like, okay, him and Berube both talking about, Garnet Hathaway. I mean, not to the name, but that things happened in the last game, and we're like, oh, this could get interesting with Revo drawn back in. Except it was Connor Dewar and Joel Farabee going at it. Pretty good tilt for the fellas. At least both of them lay a few punches. They both go to the obviously the box for 5. And they acknowledge each other. Good fight, bud. All that stuff. It's good stuff. Quality stuff. And that was really it for the fisticuffs in this game. But he went down 1-0. Not great. And Reeves, of course, goes off of Reeves' stick. And it's like with his brother in the crowd. It's kind of sucks. But you're down 1-0 after one period of play. Joseph Woll keeps you in the game. 10-2 in shots on goal in favor of the Flyers. You had 2 shots in the first. In fact, the Leafs didn't have their first shot until 7 or 8 minutes to go in the first period. In fact, the Leafs had 2 power plays in the first period. Guess what? The Flyers had more shots on goal in the Leafs power plays than the Leafs did on their own freaking power plays. It was an awful first period, and somehow you're only down 1-0. You got to keep going, though. Second period rolls around, and John Tavares, again, at least get another power play. It's early on in the period. You got to find a way. And John Tavares gets one at about the circle, and I don't know. I think Fedotov overplayed it because John Tavares, we know he has a great shot, but he rips this thing far side, kind of middle of the net. I wouldn't say it was low, or it might have been a little bit low. Off the post and in. A gorgeous shot from John Tavares. His 15th 20-goal season of his career, notching number 20 today. Power play goal, Marner and Matthews grabs this in the goal on $1:19 of the second period. So a nice job for the Leafs to get deadlocked at 1 apiece. Great stuff there. But then Travis Konecny scores again, and he's got 2 on the game, 7:14 in the second period. Now you're trailing 2-1 again. However, it doesn't take very long. About 40 seconds after that, Mitch Marner to Austin Matthews right in the slot, and the quick snap of Austin Matthews' stick buries it for his first real. Oh, well, I can't say that. His other goal was like a diving poke check into an empty net. But first goal with a goaltender in the net since he's been back from his stint on the IR and whatnot. Goal number 13 on the year for Austin Matthews. Marner and Tavares grab assist in the goal at 7:55 of the second period, and we're sitting here tied at 2. Somehow, with being outshot to all hell, not playing the greatest, it's a 2-2 hockey game. And you go into the second intermission getting outshot 9-7, but it's 2-2. And in the third period, again, I thought it was a pretty even third period. Again, no team really had anything going. But with this Leaf team with Craig Berube, I've learned something. They may not press offensively like Leafs teams in the past. In a 2-2 game, you might see them try and press and pinch for a goal. You didn't see that today. In the third period, they just played sound defensively, chip and chase hockey, which again is quite boring, if I'm being blatantly honest. And they get the puck in, they dump it in, Leafs win a board battle, get the puck out, keep going, try and find an odd man rush, don't have it, dump the puck in. It's what they were doing all game long, and then they get some offensive zone time. I think it was a really good shift from the Matthews line. Dominated zone time, and then I believe, what line was that? Was it the McMahon line? The McMahon, Tavares, Nylander, which again, Willie continues to struggle, but they had a little bit of zone time, and the Matthews line goes back out there, and the puck comes back to the point to Morgan Rielly, and boy, did we see this in the playoffs back in, 2023 against Tampa, all year long, floating point shot, but it was along the, well, it wasn't along the ice, it was just about at what? I'd say about the knees, maybe? And it was going to the back post. I don't think he was actually trying to score a goal here. Because Matthew Knies, stay hot, Kniesy, tips in a Morgan Rielly point shot, his 5th goal in 3 games for Matthew Knies, his 16th now on the year. Rielly and Myers grab assists on the goal at 13:21. So with about 6.5 minutes to play in the contest, the Leafs now have the lead for the first time in the hockey game. Big time job for Matthew Knies, and the Leafs got to find a way to hang on. And boy, Pacioretty takes a stupid penalty, and we're thinking, oh God, that can't happen. Wildfires get nothing on that penalty. And then Matthew Knies takes a hooking penalty late in the game, and we're like, crap, now they're going to go 6-on-4. I can't remember, was it just the net empty, or was it the 6-on-4, where Owen freaking Tippett had a wide open net, completely botched it. I think that was, before the 6-on-4, because then I think they tried to enter the zone, and then the 6-on-4 was called. So crazy stuff there. Like I mentioned earlier, you got to be lucky to be good, and you got to be good to also get lucky. And you're able to win. You're able to hang on. They get a penalty, which forces them down to their own end, and it's curtains there. Leafs win it 3-2. Get outshot 13-8 in the third period and 32-17 for the game, but who the hell cares? Scoreboard, you won 3-2 in regulation. That is what matters. All right? Face-off dot, you won 30-26. Special teams battle, the Leafs were 1 for 4. Flyers were 0 for 4 in the power play, and the Leafs penalty kill continues to do some great things. And the Leafs out-hit the Flyers by double, 31-15. Crazy stuff there. And Joseph Woll. You guys know my thoughts on Joseph Woll. I don't need to say it again, but he was outstanding today. Wasn't great on Saturday night against the Boston Bruins. Had a couple days off, obviously. Didn't play the back-to-back. Hildeby got that start. Did great against Philly on Sunday. And Joe Woll goes out there tonight, and I thought he was stellar. 2 goals on 32 shots. Made some big saves late. Yeah, he got a little lucky, but who cares? And he made all the stops he was supposed to make. Great stuff from Joseph Woll today. A .938 save for the game. Key players. John Tavares, goal and assist and a +1. Austin Matthews, goal and assist and a +1. Another multi-point game for 34. Good stuff from him. Matthew Knies, what else can you say? He had a goal and a +1. Mitch Marner, a couple assists and +2. I didn't think he played great, though. I thought it was a lot of turnovers for Marner, a lot of miscue passes. I didn't like that part of it, but overall, 2 assists and a +2. Got the job done, got the win, not going to complain. Philip Myers had an assist and a +1. Morgan Rielly had the other assist, and that was all she wrote. Next up for the Toronto Maple Leafs is a big-time test. They've had Philly twice, the Bruins, and the Islanders twice. So not great teams. If you want to call the Bruins an okay team, you can do that too. But the Flyers and Islanders, not great teams. You've done a job, but now you got a tough one on Thursday night when the Leafs head to Carolina to take on the Hurricanes. Obviously one of the better teams in the Metro. They lost tonight to the Tampa Bay Lightning, so they are now 24-15-2 on the season. They're still a very good hockey team. Going to be a tough one in Raleigh. But let's see what this Leafs team is capable of. Probably going to see Joe Woll in that game, so let's see what happens. Because then I think Saturday night, who do they play Saturday? Home against Vancouver. Boy, oh boy. Going to be a doozy on Saturday night. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video in the game today, hit that like button. I do appreciate that. The subscribe button has not done so already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. What you like, what you not like from today's game for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Twitter, Discord, Instagram, and of course, TikTok is down below. So follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys Raptors edition. Tomorrow, I guess. Where are they going? Hold on. They're traveling away, so their homestand was over. Go to New York, take on the Knicks, right, at 7:30 at MSG. Lovely stuff there. Can't wait for that. And as for the Leafs, Thursday night in Raleigh against the Carolina Hurricanes, 7:30 puck drop there. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the dub today. Talk to you guys then.